what's up, guys? Welcome back
What's
to another
up, guys?
Minecraft
Welcome
Let's
to our
Play.
Minecraft Let's Play. Today we're gonna,
Back with another Pokemon Let's Play.
Wow.
Pokey, wow!
Today we're joined by, Kath.
Guest,
Hello?
not channel guest Kath, but series guest Kath.
Serious guest.
Series, not serious.
Oh!
Oh,
Series guest.
is it frozen? Nope.
Did
Nope,
it already
okay.
freeze?
Ooh,
I
we're...
forgot how slow it was.
Oh.
So, today we're gonna take on the first gym. I almost said second.
We're gonna do some
And-
mother frickin' training, dog.
Oh.
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 Oh. Uh-oh.
What's uh-oh?
What just happened?
What just happened? Can you get... We're just gonna ignore all of that. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Minecraft Let's...
Did you restart the video?
No! We've gone over this,
God.
Cerstan. I just say it like 6 times a video, and it's just a thing that happens, and you have to come to terms with it.
It stopped being funny the second time you said it.
Oh, but every time I say it, it gets funnier. To me.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't get funnier to the people watching, or to either of you, but it gets funnier to me, and that's all that matters.
I feel like nobody cares.
But I'm nobody, and that's why it's perfect. Alright, we're gonna do some training in the cave.
Now that Kath is here,
Servant
I don't have
Scarlet.
to pretend to be the cool one.
What?
I said now that Kath is here, I don't have to pretend to be the cool one.
Oh. Well, thank you. It's okay.
We're off to a great start already. Should we... Are
No.
we gonna catch a new Pokemon today? There is a route up to the top, up, yeah. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
To the
for
top, up.
To the, north of the Oreburg.
sure. Orberg.
Orberg.
The
No,
north
don't
of the east,
magnify
down, up
me. You're
west.
so sexy. Ha ha.
Stop. There's a route to the north of Oreburg City.
Can I access it before beating the gym?
You can't go up like a thing, but there is grass in there if you want to catch a Pokemon.
Pog.
Should we let Kath name Pokemon?
Oh, Kath, you can name the next one.
No.
Yes, please.
My names are really bad.
No.
Have you
just
seen
name
our
it, but,
Pokemon
like,
names? Look at what we're dealing with.
Web.
B8.
Oh, I
Okay.
was trying to click on it, but that's not how that works.
Tag yourself, I'm John.
Tag yourself, I'm bait.
Tag yourself. I'm Yamonks.
You monks.
His name is Yamonks.
Yamonks.
We trainers will
Right.
accept challenges anywhere. That's what we do.
How long do you think this Let's Play is gonna be? How many episodes?
Well, we made it to the first gym on part 3, so I put it at like 30 parts.
No.
Do you think it's gonna take longer or less? Because if you think it's gonna take
Uh,
less, it's insane. You're insane.
Longer. I think it's gonna take longer. Because the first episode, the frame rate was fine, sort of. It was running well,
Okay,
but
well,
then something happened, and now it's running slow mo.
it's really dependent on whether or not I have like two Wi-Fi modes, and it's really sometimes my runs perfectly fine, and sometimes it's absolute dog crap, and it's really a toss-up depending on the day. And the last two times we recorded just weren't one of those days.
I'm guessing today isn't one of those days either.
No, it's certainly not. The first time we recorded though was a beautiful Wi-Fi day. Just moi. Like legit.
And oh, it's a Corsella.
Corsola. And if you're
Have
one,
either of you fuck?
no,
Yes, I fuck all the time.
I was gonna say, have either of you seen or played Sonic DX?
I played one level at my neighbor's house when I was 10.
I have done almost no Sonic.
I wish I'd never done Sonic either.
That was a nice sentence, Flora. I have never done no Sonic.
Also, in case you were wondering, why did it have protect? It's gonna be a sick fake out. Anyways,
I was wondering.
did this thing just double protect?
Flora, shut up.
It just triple protected!
Flora. Flora.
Yeah. Anyways, this thing just got off 4 protects.
Oh my god, shut up. He's doing it on purpose.
I'm genuinely upset that thing protected 4 times in a row. It has 10%
Laura!
accuracy the 4th time. Yeah,
What
sure.
were you saying? What were you saying before you started
all of
getting butthurt?
all of my devices except my computer are in airplane mode, so I can record.
God.
I gotta make sure the Wi-Fi is
Airplane
doing
mode.
fine. Dude, the Wi-Fi when we did Castle Crashers was working perfectly fine for me. Like, that was a
Are you
solid,
sure?
good Wi-Fi day. Yes, I am sure, actually.
Are you sure?
Yeah!
Are you sure?
Yeah! Woo! Killed the Burmy.
When I was little,
You're still
I
little.
peed in someone's lawn bush,
Why?
and they
When
came,
I was little, I peed.
and they came out while I was, and they called the cops on me. Keep in mind, I was like 9. So I was with my friends. We ran, and
Uh-oh.
I don't think they ever found us. I don't think they ever figured out what was us.
Did they find the body?
But
But why?
they did find the body, yes. But I don't know why she called the police on me. I just got reminded of it now. I don't know why, but like, yeah. One time I peed and a woman called the cops on me. That's just the story.
Very epic story.
Very epic story. I'm trying to carry the Let's Play right now because Flora's not doing much commentary-wise. He's just screaming about a Burmy using Protect 4 times.
4 times!
It reminds me of in 3rd grade. This kid got really mad. I don't know what he was mad about. He was just like pissed off for some reason. And like they called like the principal, and I went to this weird like kind of private school, so they had a dean of students, which is basically the assistant principal, and like all the like staff members were in there because this kid was so mad, and basically he got so mad that he like pushed his desk and it fell over, and it fell over onto my phone.
Oh. Public schools be like, ah, closes.
I don't even.
There was less like teacher involvement for when a kid threw a desk at another kid at our school.
It was like a charter school.
I have a funny.
Or was the
I have a
principal
funny
there?
school story. I have a lot of funny school stories
Oh,
because
please
my
tell
school
us.
was awful. Okay, well, this isn't one about my school being awful. This is just genuinely funny. Do you know about the time I got in school suspension for 5 days? Have I ever told that story?
No.
No.
Huh. Okay, so, how do I tell this? Okay, at one point in class, I was just goofing around on computers. We all had those super epic, awesome Chromebooks, right, that everyone loves.
Gross.
People love Chromebooks. And I was just vibing. I was surfing the web. I was just going through. I just started putting random words into URLs to see if I could find words or like websites with funny words.
Oh no. Oh no.
So I found some things that, and this was 3rd grade, so you would think I would know stuff. However, I was a little bit of a dumb cunt as a kid. So, I decided to show it to my friend.
Oh.
And the teacher saw. And I feel like you guys, I'm doing the classic thing where you think it's going to be one thing, but it's something else. Classic misdirection. That's the day I got in trouble for finding a drug trafficking network and showing it to my friend.
Oh my god.
And then when my teacher was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I found this cool restaurant." I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, believed that was a restaurant. And it was like a restaurant. And it had a place to order and everything. So I was like, it's a restaurant.
Oh
My god.
And also, I don't know who it was, but one of the people in charge, like the student dean or whatever, I don't know what she was called. She was a little fucking asshole, right? I was like bawling my eyes out because I didn't understand what I did wrong because I didn't know what this was, and she was just like, "You're too old to not know what that is." Fuck you, okay? I was a pure, innocent-hearted child. I'm still mad about that, actually. Like, I joke about it, but legitimately angry at that woman for...
I remember in 4th grade they took away the dictionaries because kids kept looking up inappropriate things in the dictionary. Trying to think of like something in 10 characters.
Gluten Fooper.
That's definitely 10 characters.
I have a 10 character thing, wait.
What is it? What is
it? God. Okay, when you're done naming this, I have a story to tell.
No! I am!
Wait.
Oh my god, it fits exactly.
It does!
Disgusting creatures.
I am all I am.
I feel like I've told this story before, but just for the sake of it being on YouTube, I'm gonna tell it again. So, in elementary school, I walked into the bathroom, just chilling. It was the boys' bathroom, by the way. Just to clarify why this was happening. I walked in, and kids were playing catch with a piece of shit.
Oh my god,
No,
what?
I don't want that. No.
Oh no.
No.
Is there any... I don't want to hear any
Get
more to that
moment.
story if there's more. I think for my sake, your story has to end there.
I think it has to keep going.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Is there more? Please tell me there's not more.
Well, I walked out, but I heard they got in trouble later at recess. Because they weren't at recess, and I knew both of them. So I assume they got in trouble. I never figured it out. The boys' bathroom was off limits for the rest of the day, so something had to have happened in there. I'm not sure what.
That genuine fear.
Somebody got injured by a piece of shit.
You don't have to say it like that.
I have a lot of chaotic stories, but most of them come from middle school.
Oh my god.
Oh, I have a lot of bad middle school stories. Because my middle school is awful.
Oh, this episode is just gonna be bad school stories. Go ham.
Deteriorating school quality.
One time, this I kind of knew this girl. I didn't know the other girl, but like these two girls, they got in a fight, you know, as they do, and the assistant principal, he got in the middle of it.
Oh no.
Big brain move. He starts fighting the other kid. He gets punched in the eye, and then he gets to proudly walk around school for like a month with a.
Oh my god.
Okay, my fun middle school story. There's so many. Okay, for starters, in my math class, the teacher, he was both too smart to be teaching us and too dumb to be teaching us. He had like 3 PhDs, and he was teaching in a backwater middle school. I don't know why he was there, but he also just like, he had, I think, 0 social skills. He came from another country. Again, I don't want to discredit the man. He was a genius, but he just didn't understand anything that was happening in the class. Like,
He must have gotten kicked out of what country he was in before.
We were absolute demon children to him, and he was just vibing. He was vibing and off in his corner. So several things occurred in this class due to him not really like paying full attention to us. For starters, all of the windows. Did you guys have like little netting on your windows? Like little mesh?
Yeah, I did.
So there was a hole in the
Like a
mesh,
screen?
right? Yeah.
Okay.
There was a hole.
There was like a little hole, like pencil size, so people started pushing pencils out. And wouldn't you know it, where we were in the classroom was right above the blacktop. So people were just throwing pencils onto the blacktop, essentially. But as people started pushing stuff out of the hole, it got bigger.
Oh no.
So... Hold on, I just got distracted by Pokemon. Okay, small tangent. Did you guys have any of those tennis balls on the... I think you know where this is going. Did you guys have tennis balls on the bottom of your chairs?
Yeah.
Well, take a wild guess what started going out the window. And just so you're wondering, no, the story doesn't end here. It keeps going. So, after that, wouldn't you believe it, the hole got big enough over the course of several months to the point where kids started throwing textbooks onto the courtyard. We had these huge math workbooks, and people were just throwing them out. Like, at some point, someone dumped the entire bin out. Keep in mind, this wasn't, like, while the teacher was out of the room. He was just off in the corner vibing, while kids were just throwing textbooks out of the window.
Oh my god.
Other stories from this exciting room. Okay, so we're gonna get back to people throwing something out of the room, but I have to tell a different story before we get there. There's a lot of stories from this room alone, which tells you the quality of what the rest of the school is like. Other things that happened in the room were, speaking of the tennis balls, there was a tennis ball war where people took the tables and, like, used them as barricades, flipped them down, and, like, throwing tennis balls across the room.
Inside.
The teacher just,
I don't think...
either he didn't notice, or when he did notice, he didn't care. He was just like, I can't tell if he just, like, didn't understand what was okay in a classroom or not, or if he just was so burnt out to the point he didn't care. But yeah, things that should not happen in classrooms happened in this classroom. Other fun things, oh god, include, someone took every single math workbook and just drew large amounts of penises all over them.
Oh, God.
And, the culmination of everything that happened in this room was, at one point, and he actually did yell at the kid for this one. Like, he actually did have to get up and yell at the kid, like, full yell at the kid. I think this kid might have gone to the office, too. A kid stood up on top...
Not the office.
A kid stood up on top of one of the tables. Now, keep in mind, this was not this school did not have large amounts of money. It was by no means poor, but it was definitely not a high-end school. So this was not a stable table.
Oh.
So, a table leg broke off of the table, and the entire table fell. Most of the other stories happened while I was there. I wasn't there for this one, sadly. It happened in another hour. Unfortunately, though, this was my table. So when I came in the next hour, there was 6 textbooks where one of the table legs are. What? Okay. And you want to guess what happens next?
They go out the window.
Remember the hole in the window? Guess what happened to the table leg?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Speaking on my man's Mr. Nuttahio.
Oh, there's Ross. Yep.
Oh
Ross,
my.
wait. Tell them about your experience.
What?
Also, that mic's super loud. Don't get too close to it. Or speak quieter.
Honestly, what a man. Okay, let me sell you on the art of Mr. Nuttahio. First of all, the man had a haircut that looked like the Swiss Alps, I'm telling you. His hairline could cut bread. It was so god-awful. It looked like he woke up one morning at a frat house and someone shaved his hairline.
Ross, I think we've attacked this man enough. Talk about the policies that happened after I left. Some of the fun, exciting school policies.
I don't remember what policies.
The bathroom pass one?
No, we didn't have a bathroom pass. What do you mean?
You remember the entire year you had to be escorted to the bathrooms because kids were going to the bathroom and then just leaving the school?
No, I don't remember that. Okay, but let me tell you about.
How do you not remember that?
I just blocked out all of middle school. I'm telling you. Okay, well here's what happened at my school. It was the same school as Bennett, but we had drop down ceiling tiles. If you people that are not from America don't know this or don't have
Everyone's
drop
from
down
America.
ceiling tiles, it's pretty much just a bunch of laid out squares that you can push up and take out easily.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we would just take random office appliances as well as textbooks and just throw it in the ceiling. And eventually, at one point, we discussed taking an entire desk or not desk, a monitor and like computer and just shoving it up there and seeing if he would notice. Honestly, if he didn't notice, it wouldn't be surprising.